Okay.
Hi everyone, do give us some time as we are admitting some of the other guests as well.
Okay.
Really sorry for the wait just now. We had a bit of technical difficulty, but now everything is under control. Okay, we still have one more guest. After that, yeah, after that we can start.
I can see some familiar faces. June.
Hi, everybody. I saw my friends also. Hi.
Hi, June.
Hi, June.
Hello.
Hi, Gabriela. Hello.
Okay.
Yeah, awesome. I believe most of us are here already. So okay. So before we start, I just want to introduce myself and the team. So my name is Yun Hong, and this is the class, the basic food photography class done by Popozwen. Yeah, and yeah, in this lesson, what we'll be learning is primarily to plan your photos, basic photo composition, styling tips, lighting, and simple editing as well. Some house rules that we want to take note of before we kickstart this lesson is number one, feel free to leave your questions, but only in the chat as they will be answered at the end of the session. Also, do keep your microphone on mute unless you need to ask a very urgent question, and do use the raise hand function as well. So that everything is more orderly. Lastly, if you want to ask a question verbally, do it at the end of the session as well. Okay, with that, right, I'll now pass on the time to Popozwen, who present to us the basic food photography class.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining and spend your afternoon Saturday with me. Hi, nice to meet you all. And I see some of my friends it's here. Thanks for joining. So yeah, so I think let's do it. Okay, so actually, I think most of you here like home cook, right? Or like you like to cook, but just don't know how to get to produce like nice food picture, maybe for your Instagram, more Instagrammable, I can say. So yeah, food photography actually is just a background. It's it's not easy. It is an art. Like it's kind of different from other photography, like a picture of person or like maybe scenery. It's very different because the set skill that is required is quite different. Like I just tell you the like in reality, like the professional one outside, actually they are like a team. They're not do alone. Like normally they have the chef who prepare the food, and also there's a food stylist who actually do the compositions of the like plating, like put a garnish or like compose the picture, and then the last one would be the food photographer itself. Yeah, so that's why I think I believe most of you is like home cook. I think that's not that hard because you already have a basic knowledge of the food, like you know how to cook. Like I mean, it's not that difficult. Like for someone that doesn't know how to cook, it's kind of hard actually. To be honestly, it will be hard if you take your own picture, like because you don't have that connection or you don't know. Like sometimes because when you go with food photography, you need to do problem solving. Later I will show you in detail later on, like what the difficulty you will encounter, and then that's why the food stylist will be very important in food photography because they know about the food. And then most of the food stylists, they will have a degree in culinary, baking, or food nutrition. They will know the relationship with the food because it's very important. Yeah, I think that's the background of the food photography. But don't worry, yeah, we will learn together in this workshop, I hope, for the next 45 minutes or 1 hour. Yeah. Okay, let's start. Do you know what is the most important in food photography? Anybody know? Okay, I'll tell you. It's actually is wait it's here. Yeah, it's lighting. So today actually we will go by this sequence: planning, lighting, composition and styling, and photo editing. Okay, so I think already have the introduction of food photography. So we'll go to the lighting. So actually, oh, sorry, planning. Yes. So planning actually is very important. So whenever you see the picture in Instagram, when you open it, like when we actually take photo, it's never say that randomly I just take my phone like this, I just take photo. It's never be the case. It's all about planning. Like we already know what the concept we want before we start. Let's say you cook some of salad, like what you want to look at, like use a white color background to the people when they see it, it's like more elegant, or you want to make it like rustic, vintage. You need to use maybe like a wood background. So you need to think about it, like everything. Yeah, it's the key to make a great food photograph. Like before you pick up your camera, so you need to think about it first, and then yeah, we will talk about this later in the compositions, because when you take compositions, you really need to think about what the food that you actually make and how to prepare before you take your camera.
Sorry for that.
Faust, I think you're on mute. Yeah, your phone is on mute.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, so next one will be let me.
Wait, I think you're on mute again. Sorry. You're on your phone. Yeah, I think now it's okay. Yeah.
Now it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So actually, now we will start with like what to ask before you start. Obviously, you will think like where to shoot. Like you can shoot it in the kitchen, living room, or anywhere. Later I will tell you more about. And then the second one is pick the right light. We will talk about this in lighting. And the third one is work on the background. What kind of background you want the set to set. And then the props, because the background of props is we will need it on hand. We will talk about this in the compositions. Plating also will be in the composition. We will cover this in composition. And then the last one will be on the photo editing, the last part. Yeah. Okay, now, wait, let me move this. Next one will be lighting. I can say lighting is the most important a part of anything else, like the composition, styling, or the food. Lighting is very important. Like you can create like a very nice dish, but if your lighting is bad, your dish it won't be shown nicely. Like it was just like show you dark colors, like very. I cannot. I don't not say it's ugly. It's just like the quality is not there. You like when people see the food, they can't see what is the ingredient inside. Like it's wasted all your effort. Like you cook so nice, delicious. Because when you post into, for example, in Instagram, they can't taste it, right? They need to see, use eyes to see. So that's why you need to know how to create a good picture for people to appreciate your cooking or your dish. Okay, so next one. So lighting. First, when we talk about lighting, of course, you need to understand what is shadow, because light and shadow is together. So it's a little bit of science, I think, about this. I'm not an expert of the shadow, but I believe some of you who have indoor planting at home, you will know where is the direct or indirect light. Yeah. So you need to find a window. I mean, some house have the north-south window or east or west. Actually, for us food photographer, we will love soft light. I will talk you about what is hard and soft light. But for food photographer, we will use soft light because hard light will be so harsh. We call it harsh light. Yeah. So that's about shadow. Then now we talk about what is actually hard light. Yeah, hard light is actually it's a smaller light source. When you say some smaller light source, right? Let's say you go outside, you saw just the sun beaming up to directly to your food. We can say that the sun is very far from us. So that's why the light source is smaller than your subject. So it will cause it will cause a hard light. Hard light, which means that the result will be very high contrast, dramatic, which means that when you take photo, right, some of the food that you present, there will be dark color because it's too harsh already until you can't see like a blind, that side is blind already. Yeah. Sometimes when you go outside and say, wow, really the sun, you can't really see clearly, right? That's what happened also with the food. Like when you shoot it outside, that's why. Hard light, like you can still work with hard light, but you need to use other additions like diffuser, reflector to reflect the light to that area. Yeah. So that's why we like soft light by natural light. I'm talking about natural light because most of us is like there's not a professional and we just use phone. And then phone is normally we will use natural light that we have at home, which is the window, right? But because the window, I mean the sun cannot move, we are the only one can move. So that's why I really suggest that you have like a portable, like a table that actually you can move around, because it really depends on when the sun is the sun light. Yeah. So sometimes you really need to move around and then pick the best window with the sun. Yeah. So that's it. So normally it's the west east facing window. So for example, now it's 4 p.m. 4 p.m. right now is actually the sun gonna set soon, right? It's a harsh light. But now I think it's gloomy. But if a sunny day, normally around this timing, you will see it's very light. The sun is very, this is actually a half light. So when you face the west window right now, you take photo, you face it, the result will be dark. There will be some dark light. Yeah, around this timing, 4 p.m. For the sunrise, I think it's around 9 or 9 a.m. But sunset is around this time. 4 p.m. is the harsh light. Yeah. Then the next one, yeah. So the soft light actually is the opposite. It's like larger light relative to your subject. For example, like your window, you have the overhang there, right? So actually the light is coming from the window. So the window is large than your subject. That's why it's creating the soft light. Yeah, you see it's the north and the south facing window, because it's not really directly to the sunlight. It also can result in the soft light. Yeah, this one, we all love soft light actually. Easier to edit the photo and your photo can be seen clearly. Yeah, so for the bot, I think soft light, we like soft light. We don't like hard light just now because it's harsh. Then I think that's lighting. Do you have any question about lighting? Yeah, so I can say, but actually for lighting, because font actually you can't really change it's not flexible for you. But if you have DLSR, there's a setup there. You can really play with the light, and then yeah, you can create your own soft, hard. You can just either position it like higher than the object or nearer. Nearer the light to the object, it will be causing harsh light. As you know, if it's further, it will create better soft light. It really depends. So if you have DSLR or you have more like artificial, we call it artificial light at home, you buy more lighting, it will really help. You can manipulate more. But because we are home, you're using natural light, we really need to know what is the time you take and where is the window, right? That's why when you say natural light, you always ask yourself, where is the window? Where to move? And you need to move around. You are the one who need to move. The sun cannot move. You need to move. Yeah. So that's the difference. I mean, if you really want to know more about the lighting, I think in YouTube, actually, you can learn more about this, like with the actual product. I'm here, I can't really show you the real example because I don't have the tripod to show you. So that's why I give based on this slide. I hope you can imagine a little bit. But I mean, actually, you can really try. As in today or maybe tomorrow, you just play with maybe you grab one egg kampong egg, white color, right? You try, like you take in this meat, like in the light, like at night, no sun, like you use your, kitchen light. Kitchen light, actually, you look at it, it's white color. Actually, when you capture it, it's not become white because there's a lot of other color. I don't know how to explain it, but anyway, it's not white. Although you said it's white color, but when you take photo, how come it's become yellow or green or something like that? Yeah, so you can try to play around, for example, with the egg. You try to get in the morning, let's say you take in the west sunlight or go outside, take photo, then you see the result. Amazingly, it will have a different result. Like it's not white. Yeah. So yeah, that's about lighting. I mean, for now, like our smartphone right now, actually there's so-called like white balance. White balance is actually they try to help to balance the light to the natural color. So the white not gonna become yellow, not gonna become maybe green or yeah, something like that. So it will try to help you to balance it. We have later I will show you in the editing process. We also have the white balance here. Yeah, but for us as a beginner, so it's really need to depend on the nature. I think natural light is okay one. Like it's not that bad. It's just one note. Never take picture at night. No. Obviously no, cannot. Later I will show you later why it's no. It's a big no. For me, I never take photo after 6 p.m. Never. Oh, 6 p.m. I think still can go a little bit or I think 7 something no already because it's night. I never take at night. I only bake at night. Then the next morning I will take picture. Yeah, you can midnight baking. Then the next morning you take photo of it. I mean, a bit troublesome, but I mean that's the purpose. Okay, then I think. Oh, do I have the example? No, yeah. So yeah, you see here, take photo under natural light. Like do not use overhead light or lamp or even your flash, your phone here got the flash button, right? Never. It doesn't work for food, right? When you put out the in-house like this flight. No, your food is gonna be bad, the results. And then again, always move around to find the best light source as mentioned. Then try taking photo from multiple angles, like really like sometimes you really need to bend, squat, to find to catch the sunlight where to go. Sometimes yeah, various angle until that okay, what is the best for your photo. And then also you need to minimize the clutter because sometimes if you're in the composition letter, if you have so many items, it's actually you blocking the light. So actually the main disk is being blocked by the other stuff. So sometimes you need to remove those if not needed for your photo so that you can get the best light for that. Yeah. And then the last one is, as mentioned, consider to buy diffuser or reflector to soften the harsh light. And so mentioned, if you maybe in your house you only have east or west window lah, and then maybe 4 p.m. now you want to take photo, no choice, right? I mean, but the harsh light is there. But I want to take photo, you can. You just buy reflector. Reflector is not that expensive. You can find in Shopee. Got the big one or like a small one, like the carton one. Is actually you just position. For example, the light is coming from here. You stand here, right? Then this diffuser you put here, then they will bounce back the light to your this is in here, right? Then this diffuser is here. You just bounce back to this. Normally, if you the photo, I don't know whether you see it. It's here, right? The area on the top here, the right on the left top here, it will be that one. If the light coming from here, so that one you need to bounce back the light to this. Something like that lah. I mean, you can play around, you can see. It really help, but it's really make a difference. If it still cannot, then need to edit already. Use editing. But editing actually is very hard. Like, I mean, when you have a bad lighting, like when you come to editing, it's gonna be very painful. So you try your best to get a good lighting before you go editing. Yeah. That's why the lighting is very important. I think whenever you go for the food photography, they will tell you about first thing is lighting. Lighting, and lighting. That's it. Yeah. So this is the one. I think I got the example. Let me show you. Yeah. I think yes, this one. You see, actually this is This is not without composition. I just make this granola. I mean, okay, I mean, can still see the composition inside. Like it's just at night, like 9, use my kitchen light, like here. I mean, it's a bit dark here. I don't know why is this like. And then you see the shadow here. I really hate the photo with this the shadow. And then here's something that like this one is for me it's not acceptable. Like nah, like yeah. And then in the morning I just put the same. I'm sorry for the dirty. This one, the chopping board. But anyway, I just want to show you. This one is actually my window in the kitchen is west, in the east facing side. So it's a bit. I mean, you can still better. I think like the green color is not that bad here. Right here is like yellow. Here, like at least can see the pumpkin shape as a bit green, and you can see it a little bit the. Anyway, this is a raisin here. Here you can't really see the raisin. Like where is the raisin here? Yeah, I mean here you can see more of the structure like that. Well, I mean, yeah, maybe you from here, maybe you can edit a little bit lah. Rather than you edit from here, it's very hard. From here, you can still edit to make it like adjust the color, maybe more this, yeah, maybe more like yellowish or orange. Yeah, you can adjust it. But for this one, it's a bit hard. Everything is just seems like orange or yellow. Like it's very hard to me to differentiate between the nuts and the granola. Everything, yeah. So this is the example. But later I'll show you how I actually like style this granola bar. Yeah, because if you just post this, for example, in Instagram, when people see it, say, okay, great, you made granola, that's it. But do you want to eat it? Maybe. Yeah, but it's not appealing. Like it's just like, okay, you just give me the chopping board and just granola. That's it. And you put in Instagram, fine. I mean, it's up to you. Like, of course, you want to be better, right, than this. I will show you later in the composition how to make this granola better. Just keep in mind this is the differentiate. Like, of course, the night. Oh, maybe you are the person who love this, but for me, I'm not fan of this. It's just too yellow for me, and I don't like this. Why I prefer morning sunlight like this. Okay, that's all for the lighting. I think move on. I actually how move. Yeah, I think this is the exciting part is the composition and styling. Lighting is something that you really need to move around and find the best. I mean, every house that have different window, so you need to really try and error, find the best lighting for you. If you really cannot, maybe you can consider buy another. You learn artificial lighting. But now I want to emphasize more actually from this photography is composition and styling. So actually to make your photo not that boring. You know that just now the granola in the chopping board is so, I mean for me it's quite boring. Can you imagine everything you do like that in the chopping board, like that, and then you just post in Instagram and people see it like okay. Yeah. So that's why we learn about composition and styling. So this composition and styling, as I mentioned, normally in reality, right, it will be done by food stylist. It's a different profession than food photographer. But the good photographer, normally they are chef, plus food, because you're chef, of course, you know how to style the food, like presentation. So it's 2-in-1 and food photographer. So the composition and styling normally in reality is done by food stylists with the knowledge of cooking, baking, culinary school, like most all of you know how to cook. So it's kind of easy to do this than the food photography. I think you can style and compose this easier because you already know about the food. Okay, let's go here. So yes, actually you can say composition is the most important part in food styling and photography. If not, you will see just now the boring picture that I show you, the granola with the chopping. But remember that? Yes, that one is without composition. Basically, I'm done with the granola. I just show you like that, and pause. Yeah. So it tells you the story. The story what I'm cooking, so that when the composition is great, the food looks great. Yeah. But also a photo it also can transform photo from flat and boring, just from flat and boring to gorgeous. So it's really make the food. Of course, if the food looks bad, no matter how you compose it, the result won't be good. So I mean, like, of course, the food must look okay first, lah. Then you compose it, make it more better, like more beautiful. That's the composition. Yeah. Okay. So composition. So composition, right? You will need to consider this: the camera angle. Is it straight down? Straight down is actually it's like this. I show you like this only. Flat lay. The result will be flat lay. So in the picture, we just flat. This one recommended for all the basic one. Easy. You don't need to bend, you don't need to squat, just stand like this and then you take photo. And then stable. You see stable, right? Using the phone. The next one is 45 degree. 45 degree is like something like this. Yeah. Straight on is the hardest one. Like this. This one you need to squat. You need to squat. And then your table is here, you need to be lower than this. So you need to squat and then you need to see the angle. It's a bit hard. The easiest one for recommended is if you can flat lay. But of course, flat lay, if not every foot you can flat lay one. No, it doesn't work. It depends again is what is your main subject of your photo. You need to think about, okay, am I making cake, pizza, ice cream? Cake, right? Especially cake. You know, you can't just take flat lay. You can only see the top. You cannot see the bottom of the cake. You don't know like what is the height of my cake? Like how many layers? You just take from the top like that. You can only see the top of it. It cannot. Cake have to be either 45 degree or straight on. You need to see inside the thing. Ice cream is a relator. Pizza is the best flat lay. It's easy. If everyone to try after this, you can try making pizza. Do flat lay. Show me the picture. I will help you to see whether it's the best. The easiest one is pizza because the topping is all on the top, right? Of course, you want to capture the topping. How you capture? It's on the top. That's easy. Anything flat one you can do flat lay, but those you want to show the inside one. Never do flat lay. I mean, you can have a different photo lah. Maybe you post two photo. First photo with the 45, then got the flat lay also to show you more on the topping. Also can, but for cake the main point is it's always 45 degree or straight on. Yeah, and then also the main subject. So you must think about main subject of the photo. I'm putting this ice cream is because ice cream is the hard. I can say it's the hardest one. It's not easy this one because I just made ice cream last week. I really need to because I never make ice cream at home and never take photos. So it's very challenging because ice cream is melting, right? Not like other food. You can just put there and then try. Like 1 hour pizza also still look like pizza. Ice cream is gonna melt it. Like you cannot just put like water, right? Like after that, it's like like you cannot see the shape of the ice cream and then you put it in Instagram. You need to redo everything. So that's why when you want to take photo for the new one, always have a backup. Never make only one ice cream when you want to take ice cream. At least you have 3 serving behind in the freezer ready. Let's say the one doesn't work, right? Get another one, try again. So when we do photography, we have a lot of backup. And even the cake, maybe we cake not nice, like somehow like the buttercream maybe melted or something. You always have a backup. Yeah, we always have something in the pantry ready. That's why like when you take photo, make sure it's also near to your kitchen so you can easily grab the new one and then take photo. Because sometimes we need to be very fast one, like take photo. It depending on your subject, like need to move fast, basically. Otherwise the food is gonna be changed already, like the texture, the colors. Yeah. So like for ice cream, yeah, that's why I said just now, ice cream is very important. Like that's why the food stylists, they must know about ice cream, how to make ice cream, right? Ice cream apparently, like when you bought from the store one, the low quality one, actually the fat percentage is very low because I'm not saying because they are cheap, because they're less whipping cream or the butter. But the good thing about that, when you take photo, they're less easy. I mean, they're not easily melted lah. Like I really check. I just got Daiso $2 one, the ice cream cone like that. I put in the desk like for 10 minutes, it still look like that. Like it doesn't melt. And then it's just nice. Oh, I will buy more from Daiso for my food photography. For example, I want to make waffle. Later I make my own ice cream. I can cry because the waffle will be like flooded with the cream. You can't see the ice cream. Just buy from Daiso, then put on the top of the waffle. It will still look like that. It's good. So when I make, so that's why the food stylist need to have the knowledge of what is different, like what the composition of that food itself, and the problem solving is required in that case. Let's say it's already melted, what you're gonna do, right? Yeah, so like for the homemade ice cream, because we are use high quality butter like whipping cream, so high percentage of the fat, it melted easily. Like technically, like I can say, 2 minutes, you put like that, no more already, melt. I mean, especially in the hot weather, well, sometimes you need to turn aircon one, because now it's very sunny, hot weather. You need to turn aircon, and then you need to move fast. I mean, you see, if you never, that's why planning is very important. If you never plan, you say, okay, I just want to take ice cream picture. You never say, you haven't like prepared your composition. You don't know where to place the ice cream, the prop you want to use. You never think about it. And then by the time your ice is already melting, there's no turning point already. That's why always plan, especially you are dealing with this kind of sensitive, no sensitive like very fragile food like ice cream, the easy melted. Yeah, so need to be take note of this. Yeah, it's very important. And then next one will be, I think this one everybody favorite, like every beginner, I also will suggest you use this because composition have a lot. The first one I will recommend it is rules of third. What is actually rules of third? It's actually like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is mine. You see this kind of 9 squares here. I think in your phone also you have this when you take a photo at the grid, they will give you this 9. So basically they will tell you, right, you need to put your main object right within this intersection. This 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. Yeah, this line. So I think this is how our eyes is working. Like when we see it, we will obviously see in this kind of in this way. Yeah. And then we call this part, this empty part is a negative space. Negative. I will talk about this later. This is negative space. This is your main object is here. So in this picture, actually, it's like you can imagine there's like 2 ball or 2 plate here. This 1 and the 2, and then this is the props. This is like the clothes, and then this one is like the other stuff, like propping, like garnish. Like maybe you put some oranges, whatever, apple, just for aesthetic lah. This part. So the main point is you either put here. Yeah, like most of the Instagrammable one, not the boring, okay? I mean, you also can put everything in the middle, like here. It's also cut into the intersection. But if you put everything in the middle in your Instagram, it's boring, really. So try not to put everything in the middle here. You can play like maybe in the upper here, down here, here. Like here, you see, they just put at the bottom. We don't play with the middle one. It's up to you where to place. But it's also working. I mean, easy one, of course, put in the middle. That one, no need to think. Just put in the middle. But if you want to play with more of the props, basically, we don't put everything in the middle. We will put like on the side like this. Yeah. Something like this. Okay. This is the rules of third. We can also edit this in the later. I will show you. We use Adobe Lightroom later on, so we will show you how to edit also, because they will show you the intersection again in that. So you can also actually easy to move your object. For example, you take the picture to like so left here, you can adjust it to make it in the upper here, so they can intersect with this. Yeah, so one of the advice I give you guys, like when you take picture, right, never take so near, like near. Try to, I mean, further is better because you can edit later. You can crop, right? If you're too near already, you cannot crop. Like what to crop is so big already the picture. So you can crop. So if you like take further, like so it's wider, right? So you can still crop later on. Easier to crop and then to move, no move, like you adjust the position into this to fit this rule of third. So it's like that. Don't be afraid to be maybe in the photo say very far cannot see the foot. It's okay, can be edit one, that one can crop. But you don't ever take so near. So the law of that actually teach you, right? Never take pictures so near. That's why they give you this intersection to make sure, right? Your foot like it's not like this. You can imagine this is like the whole ball like this. Yeah, that's the point. Never. I see a lot Instagrammable, like some people. So when you see the picture, it is like the picture, wow, so big. It's just the food. Like you cannot see anything. I mean, it's okay. But this law of that actually is to teach our eyes to focus on the food. And then create a negative space is actually to give your eyes some breathing. So not that sometimes when you see so many things is happening, your eyes is very tired. When you look at the picture, very tired. I mean, look one picture, okay. Can you imagine like you go to one profile of the Instagram and then you see more of their picture and then the picture is all like that one. After 10 picture, headache, I can confirm headache already. I did. I want to form you. I'm not really bad saying about that person, but I really have headache after that. Yeah. So that's why I think that's why you need to learn how to have a negative space also. So you cannot just put everything your food here like, wow, I made 7 dishes. I want to put everything here. You see, no, doesn't work. Lot of the tissue must put in here. How to put everything like 7 dishes in here? No, right? Yeah, that's why they teach you lot of the. So yeah, put your main dish, your main object. Only 1 or 2. Yeah, never put all unless you want to. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, for Instagram, normally it's like this. Okay, next one is storytelling. So this is also very important in composition. When you're storytelling, like sometimes let's say you make a cake just now, cupcake. You add some like addition, maybe you add the flour, like the flour inside, the egg. You use egg, right, to cook, to bake that. You crack some egg there, like cinnamon powder. Maybe you make a cinnamon bun or bread. So the people when see, oh, I think I can feel like as if when they see it, like as if like they also bake with you, not eat with you, like bake with you, like so like that's why we put like some detail in your food, like so to create some specific mood, and it's just that not that boring. So for example, back to this one, right? The storytelling you can add. You see, this is for example, this is the bowl of salad, for example, these two and then it's got orange here. Then you can put like the real orange here, like like cut a little bit here, and then other what is inside. Maybe you got almond here, maybe the cut of the almond, the real almond before you cut it here to add some storytelling about it, like the raw ingredient that so that people know, oh, that's the ingredient that you use to make this, so they can feel with you. I mean, that's a very powerful. I mean, I like storytelling. Like people when see the photo of you, they can see that, oh, you are so sincere, not sincere, like you take effort, like to show like what I do. Yeah, like go more emotional attachment on it. I think that's the storytelling. Yeah. So it can be specific, more some specific pro. You can either for me because I my Instagram I think more on the aesthetic. I mean that's actually the one I want to tell people. That's why I play a lot with like flowers, like leaves, like herbs. I mean I don't have indoor planting in my house, so I need to buy. But if you have the real rosemary or mint, I think that would be great. Like super good for props to add into your, but I don't have. So everything is like fresh. Is really good. Like, fresh fruits, strawberry. If you can get the fresh one as an addition of your propping, storytelling is really good. Yeah. So you can use that. And then what's the next one? It's style in diagonal line. Yeah. You know why? Because later I will show you. Because so this is the foot. So the foot will be like this. Later I will show you. So the viewer will really like so in the more natural way. I don't know why our eyes is a bit. I mean, I'm not the doctor, I'm not the science, but anyway, this is how our eyes is working. Like when we see thing like diagonal. It's like rather than straight line, it's our eyes is more comfortable. I don't know why. I think it's more natural. Like I know everything like on the slide rather than on the here flat. Yeah, this is how our eyes working. So it's diagonal line. That's the thing. You see just now it's also diagonal, right? I mean diagonal in terms here. See here, diagonal, right? We never put the cord in the like straight like this, or here. It's everything in diagonal. So this is also diagonal. You see, when you look at it, right, it's coming from here. You see, the foot is diagonal. We never put this another wall in the top of here, straight line. No, it's always coming here. So when people look at this, they will come look from the top to the bottom. The bottom one actually would be the main center, as you know. See, the intersection is here, right? Here they purposely cut it not to show you the whole bowl like this. It's so that your eyes attention will be in the middle here. That's the purpose. And then it's in diagonal. This is actually applying these three rules, rules of the storytelling and diagonal. So people will use this diagonal. Yeah, so try now, everything try to be diagonal. I mean, I know some OCD one cannot lah. Everything straight one. For photography, no. The more it's freestyle. Like, yeah. Okay, so it's here like this. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I put the same thing. Wait, how come it's the same? Oh, sorry. So the next one will be negative space. Just now I mentioned, right, the upper part there is negative, right? So it's actually is to provide your eye breathing room. So if people like, oh, so many things is happening in your picture. So when your photography is very busy with object, the main impact of the main subject can get lost. So people like loss of the attention. They just now, the bowl of the salad. They won't look at your bowl of salad. Maybe you put some doll, for example, out of nowhere. You put some like toys or like that. They will just look at it. Oh, your toys so fun, so nice. They don't look at your food. Like the attention is not there anymore. That's why you purposely give some space. Is also for your eye breathing room. Yeah. So it's actually the purpose to have more negative spaces to draw more attention to your main subject. Yeah, this is important. Okay. Next one, odd number. Yeah, this odd number is very funny. Like I also asking, why people ask me to put 3, 5, 7? Why cannot put 2 and 4? They say because it's our eyes again. It's not our eyes, it's our brain now. Because they say our brain, we like to group things. When you see something, we like unconsciously we want to group everything together. So that when they see even number, for example, 3, right? Your brain is confused. How about the other one? Go where? So that's why they will put, your brain will think, okay, they will just focus the even number and everything. That's why like take the fewer brand to work a little harder, like where to classify and longer. It's all about attention. Like when you compose something, food, you want people attention. Like it's just not barely like Instagram. They want people really to stop and then look on it. Especially the composition is very important, for recipe book, right? It's very important because people buy recipe book. You guys will know whether you want to cook or not. Remember you will see the food for look nice. I want to try. If they never picture it nicely, I don't think you want even to try it. Like it's not appealing, right? So that's why it's very important. So yeah, the 3, 5, 7 work well. So if beyond that, like for example, you got 9, 11, the brain doesn't work anymore. They will just say everything together already now. No. So yeah, 3, 5, 7. Actually, I only so far try with 3 and 5, but they say that if you have more than that, for example, 11, 15, everything will be the same already. For your brain doesn't work. So yeah, maybe you can try. I have the example later on, like the tree. Actually, I take drinks, so I'll style it in the tree like that. So yeah, so that's the odd number. People love this so much. Like normally, if you see, you can try now to see like how many you can count how many now they put. Like maybe you never notice, never count it, but now try to take note of this, like how many. But of course, rule is rule, right? It's to be broken also. Like you can do anything you want, as I mentioned. Like it's an art. Photography is art. You can do whatever you want. If you think 2 works for you, go ahead. Don't need to follow like I need to put 3. I need to make 3 items. I only have, for example, you only have 2 cupcakes. Just 2 lah. Not just purposely do another one just because I want to follow this odd number. No, it's okay one really. It's just a guideline on me. Yeah, this is odd number. Next one. Yeah, so this is actually I want to show you. This is like the 3, right? So, and it's also in diagonal. I really applying the rules, yeah. This actually is the old photo. When I will find the photo, how come everything like I put 3 spoons, 3 here, 3 here. This one actually I didn't plan it. It's just that I really have 3 at home. The leaf I also pick up 3. I thought this one is a real one. This is actually Haslight. If you can you see? This is Haslight. You see a little bit dark. And I'm not using any diffuser, so it's a bit the contrast is actually a little bit light, the exposure here is a bit harsh, I think, for me, for my liking. But the good thing of harsh, like, of course, it will show you more on the item. You can see this is actually, what do you call it, this fruit? I can't remember. Yeah, this is, anyway, you can see this, there's some jelly here. So yeah, it's the same principle, like diagonal here. You see diagonal, right? Actually, it's just like simple one, just a spoon and three. Yeah, so this one using three diagonal and some props here, the spoon for this three. This is just an addition only. If not, it will be so empty here, you know. Too many negative space also not nice, but too many also not nice. So you must balance. Yeah. So negative space here. Here actually you can remove the leaf. I think this is not important. So you can create negative space. But because I already pick up the leaf in my garden, so I might as well just put it here. This is just for fun only. Yeah. Okay, this is the one I mentioned. This is the granola. Remember my set granola that I showed you at the beginning in the chopping board. So this is the end result after I style it. So I think it's nicer, right? Like it's more properly more appealing, I think, than the just one in the chopping board. This is also in the not in the sunlight. I think it's in the afternoon. I took this and then I put it. This one I never followed the the one third rule, whatever. Yeah, I just want to put in the middle. That's it. And then I want to play around with the negative space is here a lot, right? So I just add more of the storytelling, like the row, like the pumpkin seed, the honey, because I'm using honey to make this, and the oats is here. Yeah, but it's again when your eyes look at it, you will still look at here, right? I mean, you're not looking at this part. Maybe you will just a few seconds, but when you open this picture, you will always your attention will be here. You will look at my granola. I hope not looking at my honey. Yeah. So that's the purpose. You look at here, and then when you look at here, also I want you to look at my drink, not look at my leaf or my spoon even. I mean, spoon, yeah, can, but I mean when you first saw it, I want you to get this attention. Yeah, that's, if you are not, means I failed in my composition. I need to learn more. Yeah, but anyway, there's no right or wrong. It's up to you. You just do whatever you want, and you think it's good, then who cares? Like, you're happy can already. Other people can say what they want to say. Yeah, I guess. So this is the granola. So the end result is like this. So I just not put the whole chunk block like that. That's actually is in the fridge. So I cut it, and then I put this is actually an extra. You don't need to do it because I do it because I actually give away this granola to my friends. That's why I packaging it here. If I eat myself, maybe I won't tie this. You know why I need to tie this? They got the reason, because it's sticky. So that's why you need to put the baking, the baking paper need to put here. Otherwise, it will stick together one. Yeah, that's the reason one for this. Okay. So what's the next one? Oh yeah. So this one, the cupcake. Just don't remember the cake. Sure. I never take on flat layer, right? Oh yeah, just now. Oh yeah, I think I can go back. I can show you this one flat lay. You see, flat. I take from like on the top. See, flat. I don't need to tell you the body of this, like the thick of this. I don't want to show. I just want to show you this. This is like the thing. But this drink, you flat lay, you can only see this one only. The top. This one is like more on the straight on of 45 degrees, so that you can see the, like the inside of the thing, right? I see. Can see more like, what is this? I forgot already. I can't remember. Yeah. Anyway, you can see what is inside. Yeah, so that's why it's like straight on. And then yes, and then the cupcake also, because cupcake, right? If you get it from flat layer, you can only see the frosting on it. You cannot see what is the height of the inside, because cupcake you need to see the thick of it, right? I mean, for people who baking, you will know whether you are successfully make cupcake or not. Like if you only raise under here, means you pour it not correctly. Actually, mine also not that perfect, but it should be a little bit, to be honest. Yeah. So that's why for the cake, we will use it in this portion. This is straight on. This is really straight. So for when you work in the straight on, right, obviously you need another background. Oh yeah, I never touched about backdrop. So you see the behind here that I use, this is a backdrop. This one actually I bought in Shopee, quite cheap. you can buy also, so that it's not just a white color of your kitchen tabletop color. So it's just to make a different setup or mood. So you have the different different color. So this, but for the beginner, I suggested, if you just started, just buy one. No need to buy any color. No need to buy pink color, blue color, whatever. No, just buy the basic one, which is white color. This kind of this kind of thing, like I think it's cement like that. I think it's okay. Try to be as neutral as possible. Don't be extreme, unless you know from the beginning, I want to do dark photography. I don't want, this one is actually more on the light. I don't know how to do dark photography. Haven't tried to explore. Maybe you like dark, right? Then of course your backdrop, everything, even your plate need to be on the theme dark. If you want like me, like photography, of course you will buy more like white color plating, white and gold. You see, remember I have a lot of gold because white and gold is just combined, I match together. So you must really think what the concept you want. Then after that you buy. This kind of thing must buy one, not free one. Yeah, this one I buy purposely for photography, because the one in my house, the plate, is not that nice one. Like it's just a normal one. So you must buy some of the props, but you don't need to buy so expensive one. Yeah. So like this one, like because this one is like a straight on, this one you need the background, right? I mean, unless you have a very nice wall on your house, also can just find. I mean, because some of our house got some painting one, right? Maybe paint like brown or what, then you can use as a background. But if your house is also maybe the color of the painting is not nice, like a bit, the white is not that white, maybe it's a big black, I just suggest you buy another backdrop. This backdrop actually it's got the purpose also of this backdrop, because when you add backdrop filter, it's actually bounce back a little bit of the light. You can try. You use your wall at home as a background, and you add one more background behind here. They will have a different result also. So actually this one here, it will bounce if there's a light from here, right? My light is actually from here. I'm standing here. Yeah. So there's a way you need to stand when you take picture. Either you stand here or here. Never take from here. If your light coming from the west, right? You never stand here, because we call this as front lighting. You blocking the light. No. So for beginner, normally we will just stand in the here. When your light is coming from the side, you stand here, in here. That's the easiest one. Backlighting, if you stand here, the light here, we're causing us, just now we learned about harsh light. This part, right, if you take photo, will be dark. It will be blocked. That's why you need diffuser. Diffuser, then you place it here. In here, just beside your photo, you put diffuser here, so it can bounce back the light. The light is coming from here. I don't know whether you guys can imagine. I think I may need to know it. The light is coming from the west here. So yeah, then you need to put the diffuser here, just so they can bounce back the light here. Something like that. Then the last one, yeah, this one also flat layer, just to tell you also, like this one is actually is not really 1/3 of the row, but you can see actually is, again, the diagonal is in the here. Like when you see, it's like it's not really straight. If you say straight, right, it would be like this, right? But you see the side by side like that diagonal. And then here, I never put when you want to style the cookies, you can also put everything on the straight. But even the ball of this, the plate, I kind of like not really in the straight line, a little bit of thing. Yeah, I mean, it's not in the straight line. You can just adjust it. Yeah, I mean, this is just an extra. Here, actually, it's just the props. You just use because this cookies is coffee. It's chocolate coffee with espresso. So that's why I add the coffee bean for you to see. Of course, I'm not using coffee bean to make this. This is just the props, okay? The coffee bean is in powder. So yeah, but it's just to tell the story. Hey guys, I make chocolate coffee cookies. Right here, this is the storytelling value. Yeah, this is the one that when I want to set this picture, I want you guys to feel like, you see, this is a cup of milk. So I want you guys, when you see picture, as if you guys like having a coffee break with me with this cookie. I know. Yeah, that's why I add this drink here. So yeah, I think something like this. So an extra. I think we're almost done. Oh yeah. Then the last one, yeah, just I mentioned, like, if you really take like no low of that, it will be like this, like your Instagram. I mean, it's good. Like you can zoom in everything, but it's just that when your eyes, you don't give a breathing room for your eyes. I mean, it's really very big, lah. I mean, can see all. But can you imagine like all your food is like this? Like when people see it a lot, like we'll be very tired of your eyes. So that's why we try to. This one also can see, right? I mean, it's just a zoom. Actually, honestly, you can pause these two together. You put here, and then if you want people to zoom it later on, you can put this as a second picture, but never put this as a first picture. Because when people see your profile in the Instagram, the 9 picture will be show that everything is big like this. Not nice, really, not nice. Especially if you want to be Instagrammable, right? The 9 picture of your profile picture is important, whether people want to follow you or not follow you. I mean, just to tell you, yeah. So in here again, it's opposite. You see here, when I put this thing, this is an extra because this is the gochujang to make the tteokbokki. I just put it here. I mean, you can just put anything you want. I mean, yeah, this is actually, I'm not sponsoring this. I mean, I'm not sponsor for this brand, right? I just want to put it there, okay? Because I really love this brand also anyway. Just put like, it's okay. Free marketing for them. Yeah. Then this is like the additional one because I just feel like it's feel very empty. This one actually not necessary. You can just remove this also. I just feel, yeah, because my sister is coming. This is for me. This is for her. It's so little. So I just take for her. I just put here. Yeah, then this is the chopstick. So it's just like this. This one is just an extra because I mentioned like my theme of my Instagram is more aesthetic. So I like to, if I can, I can add flower and leave inside here. Yeah. So another story in this photo is very, I said this photo is very, is speaking a lot of time. When people see a photo, you need to make people draw over your picture. Like, oh, I now want, after see picture, I want to eat tteokbokki. I want to eat ramyeon. Can you imagine? I look at this at 12 midnight. I suddenly want to ask people to put delivery. I'm so drawing. Like, I want to eat it. That, yeah, that means you're successfully with your, your food photography. So actually you see, right? The cheese melting here and then the tteokbokki sauce here, right? All the liquid, like if you have any food that got this kind of gravy, right, it's very good for the food photography. You know why? They're act as a diffuser. They reflect the light. So yes, you need to take this as what do you call it, to make it your picture nicer. If you have gravy, for example, you make a chicken katsu. You don't just put the katsu here and the rice and then the sauce you put on the side like that. If you can put the sauce inside, just pour over it, it will really have a different impact when you see. Because apparently water and the food, water is the best diffuser. Just now to reflect the light. When something help you reflect the light, you know what is the result? Soft light. Yeah. So it will help you with this. Yeah, and then it's also make you get more texture. Yeah, I think I'm at the end already before we go for photo editing, right? Oh, wait. So this is like not again the conclusion. Remember, before you start, ask the angle straight down 45. And what is your subject? Remember, what is it cake, pizza, ice cream? And then start, where will you place the object? So I suggest maybe you can print out like, just now that 1/3 row, and then you can try to draw if you really want. Just no need to be like Picasso lah. Just anyhow, like you just agak-agak say, okay, I will put this ball in here. I want to add here. So for me, I just directly go to my table and then I already set the, the props that I want. I already put the empty board there. So I know that where is the position that I want. Yeah. And then what kind of the prop. So you need to prepare all of this. Oh yeah, I think I never talk about garnishing. I'm sorry. Can I go back? Yeah. So this one actually garnishing. Do I have garnishing here? I think I don't have. Sometimes the photo, right? Let's say you make, I don't have the example. Maybe I just talk about it. Like for example, you make fried rice, right? Fried rice is very kind of boring. It's just like brown color. Maybe you can, if you just put everything inside of the fried rice after when you to serve it, it's all inside, right? How to make it appealing. Normally we will add garnish, right? That's the garnish coming. Maybe you chop the green onion, right, to make it green color because it's all brown. So you put more green and then you cut chili padi on the top a little bit. So you have a you have the red color, green color on the side. So when people see it, like there's a combination. This is actually is the plating part. Presentation is very important. So when you food, you never present it like this. Maybe it's just the noodle only. I don't have this to have red color. Actually, this is it's almost the same. My plating here, I don't think is that good. Anyway, yeah, just example like the real one. Like normally you need to put some garnish. Yeah, so that's why food stylist, I just want to mention, right, is normally who is the person who does composition because they need to know how the food works. When you play with garnish, don't anyhow. I to be honest, I'm the fan of rosemary. If I can, I put rosemary in any food. But does it work? No, it's not just because it make it pretty. I mean, rosemary in the food is make it pretty, especially on the baking, right? I like to put rosemary because it's really make more feminine, more aesthetic. But you must think about it. Like sometimes all the garnish you put, you must think, will you eat it? Like, will you eat it with the mayonnaise? If the answer no, better don't put. Yeah. So garnish is always complement the mayonnaise. It's not just for ice. You must really, because it's adding some taste on it. That's why you add it. Add the chili, green onion, because when you eat it, it really works well with, the fried rice, right? I mean, I'm not lying. Like you don't deceive people also, like, because I put this, you think that you're going to eat with that. No. So actually when you go to the Michelin 5-star, the fine dining, although the food is very small, right? But they have a lot of component inside that. And you really eat it, like some is edible, like it's really like when you taste it, the mouth. That's why they're very so expensive. Right? They're expensive. There's a reason of it. Like you can really taste everything when you put in a mouth. Like like the sensation is there. So the garnish always. I know this is because I learned it from the master chef Indonesia. The chef there is very nasty. Like they're very direct, giving feedback. Like a lot of people just say, let's say, I see on the Instagram, oh, this photo looks nice, looks pretty. They add this. I also want to follow that. You just add. So like you just want to make that picture like that without think about the taste. So the good food picture is actually you think about the taste first and then you translate it into the picture. Not from picture to the food. It's never work like that one. You must taste first. Taste nice, yes. It's compliment, then you show it. Yeah, always like that. Never say because everybody use rosemary in the picture, I also use rosemary like that. No, you must think about, is it complement your food or not? Like, does it taste good? Like when you eat it? Yeah, always ask this question. I think that is important. Like even like because we are not professional in photography, but I think with food, like at least we are home cooking. We know about the food. Like we are the one who will eat it, right? So you must be honest with ourselves. I don't deceive other people just because it's nice in the presentation. So think about that also. But I don't really touch about plating now. Like, I'm also learning actually plating. Like basically this is a skill that you can learn. Like, the color combinations. Like for example, if you got yellow, you try to add more green, red color. Yellow, green, red is always together. You can see traffic light also these three colors, right? I mean they put together got the reason why it's like because they just match, like combine together. If you have difficulty of the color, you can also, I think there's a book called like color palette. So it's the artist, the painter also use this to combine the colors. So some colors like work together. Maybe like you have pink color, pink yellow is good like that. But and what let's say maybe pink and I kind of think like some with color and maybe it just doesn't work when you look at it. So sometimes you really need to know the color combinations. It's important in plating, basically. Yeah. To play with. And then with this composition also, like, let's say your backdrop is pink, then that's why you this one you put this blue color. I think it would be weird. Can you imagine this one is like a baby pink? And then this is like this color. I don't know. I think it doesn't work. Yeah. Pink pink is need something a little bit soft, like white, black pink maybe. I'm joking. Not black, like white. I think maybe like pastel, like all the soft color, like baby blue, baby pink. Like normally I think I can think like I will use like white color plating. Obviously won't use this kind of this like blue color to do. I think doesn't work. And people say like, hey, what is this? Yeah. So that's why you need to know the color combination also, what to put. And when you know color combination, you can choose the correct like props also, right? Let's say you want to retro is more on the brown vintage, right? So you need to use more brown colors, like maybe like cream, like that. You can put like, you want retro, and then you put pink color, it doesn't work. It's just like, it doesn't match. So you need to know the color matching when to do composition. Okay. So yes, takeaway is actually, as you mentioned, there's no wrong or right in food styling, right? I mean, you must taste the food, as I already emphasized, taste it. Then after you can imagine how you want to shoot, and then tell the story. Yeah. And then keep practicing make it perfect. And then it's really, after that you will learn every time you shoot, especially composition. Just now I mentioned, composition is not easy. For beginner, right? You don't have the feeling, like you don't have the instinct. I mean, I say very easy, like just use the corner. You try all you gather all your ball like that. Like it's somehow like it doesn't, I don't have the feeling, like I don't know where to put. I mean, I know the theory, like when the practice it, you really need to hands-on, like more and more, and then you can become better and better. This one need to practice one. Not practice, just listen to me, and then you don't expect after this one time, then you can just can make like very nice one. No, the first time maybe not that good, but after you keep, it's naturally you will have that feeling already. That's why after this composition, right, the more that you take photo, you will know what is your true color, what you like. Maybe you are a flat lay person, like it doesn't work for you, make a 45 degree. It's not like you just like flat lay, can just make all the food with the flat lay one, and then you master it. So you must really know, like after this, like what you really like. After you learn of in this kind of thing, you need to really do trial and error, and to fit your own liking. It's not about other people, it's you. Okay. You take this photo for yourself so that you satisfied. Yeah, I think that's all. Yeah, I think now it's photo editing. Okay, I will use my phone to do this. Okay. Shares. How do you help me to, can you help me to stop? Oh, I need to stop sharing this one first, is it?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Okay. Screen, start now.
Yeah, I can see.
Can see my screen now? Okay. So, sorry. So this one is actually the Lightroom, right? So basically when you come here, you just need to click the plus button. I already have the photo that I want to show. For example, this jajangmyeon. This one. Let me see. Is it the original? So this one, this actually is the original photo that I took. Actually, the lighting is not that good. It's so gloomy. So I want to make it better than this. Like I will teach you how to I edit this. Actually, it's okay. Like if I'm super lazy one, I okay, I'll just upload. I don't care. But I just want to make it like better. But I think it's fine. Yeah. I have this negative space here. Like I put it, I am using the third rule. It's like at the bottom here. I know put in the middle here, the jajangmyeon. So I just want to show you how I edit. So first of all, this one is, for me, normally I will crop first. So if you go to crop original, you can see all of the thing. 4x5. 4x5 is actually the Instagram post. So if you want to edit here so that You don't need to edit anymore. When you go to Instagram, you can just use 4 times 5. For if you want to upload in your app is 111, I think. So this one is 4 5. Here, see, you can see, right? This is the just not the third row. You can see the grid here, 9. So actually, this is where you can actually move it. You can move up here, but mine is a bit I cannot really move up because I took quite in that position already, because when I took photo, I already used the 3 times 4, so it cannot really move. If you take wider space, you can obviously move it down if you want, but mine I can't really move. That's the problem. Like when you take photos so close, you can't really edit here, but you can only move up and down. But actually, I'm pretty satisfied with the positions here. Yeah, maybe a little bit down here. I think it's okay. Then you can just save it like this. Or actually, if you want to crop, you can use custom. Custom is where actually you can, no, cannot also. Yeah, really cannot move. Or maybe like this. Oh, yeah, like this. You see, you can put it at the back, but like this, no, I don't like it. So actually, I'm happy with this position. So that's it. If you don't like it, you can just use custom and then play around the positions. But I think it's a bit hard here because I want to show other composition that I have the props here. So that's why I don't want to cut anymore. So when you come here, the easiest one is what? Click one button, auto. But it's not the purpose of this editing, right? I mean, you just click this auto like this. Let's see, a little bit better lighting, right? That's the easiest one, if you okay, but I don't want to use auto. So you can go back the top here, go back. How to go back? Is it auto already? Yeah. No, sorry. So I back to the original one. Okay. So in here, you will go to the light, because this is the basic one, the light. If you see here, there's an exposure. If you have half light, you need to remove the exposure to down. But now here, actually, I don't have half light. My problem is a little bit dark. I want to make it lighter. So that's why I will add the white here, just adjust a little bit higher, a little bit shadow maybe here, like this. And then I know like all the Instagrammable, they like to, like, the highlight. They don't like highlight, like just bring it down a little bit like this. Yeah. And then contrast is actually, it's to make it like boom, but I'm quite happy with the contrast here. Yeah. And then the curve is actually, this one must be careful. Like if you drag it to the top a little bit, it will be very light. You see, if you break it down here with dark, so you can adjust it like this, like that. So anything. You see, so extreme. No, actually, I don't want to use this. I mean, if you have really want to adjust just a little bit, like just drag a little bit on top of this, but must be careful because I'm using hand. It's hard. If you have the pen, it's easier. Actually, editing in the phone is painful. If you can, it's in the desktop, but the desktop need to pay. It's not free. Adobe Lightroom is only free in the phone. So for editing using hand is a bit harder because you cannot adjust must be careful, especially you only want to make a little adjustment. Just now when you drag too much, the result will be very different. So maybe like this, okay? And then, I think the cool thing about this Adobe Lightroom, I like the color. Let me show you this color. You see, this is the white balance, right? You can use auto, become yellowish like this. But I don't like yellow, so I prefer to use this. Yeah, when I showed it. But of course, you can play here the temperature. The more that you drag to here, you see it become yellow. It's like sunset set up. And then here is maybe like on the cool side. For me, I prefer cool side, but I mean, it's really your preference. Like maybe you like it more like on the, like, warm color tone. Yeah, maybe you maybe you want to like to show people like you like take it in the, like, almost sunset. Then of course you increase the temperature. But for me, I'm happy with this one, I think. I'm right here. Saturation, right? Saturation is actually to make the food like become red color actually. You see, the more I drag it up, like it become, you see, can you see the kimchi? The kimchi actually is become very red. Then if I scroll down here, it's pale. Yeah. Saturation normally you can adjust, but adjust a little bit. Saturation must be careful because the more you adjust it, your food, like you won't recognize your food anymore. The color change already sometimes, like too bright, too red color. I think saturation is really to make your food like to be dark, like red, more on the red color. So I don't play with saturation actually. So the cool part is in here. I think it's under mix. Yeah, this mix is the best. This you see here I got the cucumber. The color is not that green. If you see, it's not. It's a little bit yellowish actually. It's not as fresh as I want. So how you change it? You click the green color here. So you can adjust it here. You see here. It's more green. You see? Can you feel? It's more green, right? The longer you like it's green, but of course don't be like this. It's so fake. So I mean this editing must be careful. Don't be so fake also. Like why go so green? I mean if you want can up to you. So maybe a little bit here. Then you can also saturation. Saturation I think no, it's become yellow. Luminance. Luminance. No, I think it's just this hue. Yeah, it's really make difference. You see here is maybe like this is okay. And then you see got kimchi, right? Kimchi on the right side is not that red color. It's a bit orange. I want to make it more red. So you click the red and then increase it. Actually here is need to read. Yeah, sometimes you need to see whether it will become red color or not. No, actually it's not. Wait, let me see. Sorry, I think it's orange. You see sometimes you need to see whether is it red or color. You see the orange, the more I drag it, the color is not become orange already. So you need to see it means you need to reduce. See, the more that you reduce, become more red, right? You see the color and then become pink already. That's why I must be careful. That's why I don't drag too much. Like until here. Yeah, I think original is like this, right? Not that red. Then after that, maybe a little bit brown. Yeah, maybe here. Here, I think here okay lah. Yeah, I don't know why the picture there is not right, but my picture here is actually is pretty red already. Yeah, for example, it's like this. Done. You just click done, and then you compare what else you want to change. Normally, like if you have a lot of haze, you can. This is other thing that I like to use. It's actually like something to dehaze it. Like you see, the more you get it, the darker you have. That the more that you scroll to the left, it's gonna be lighter, right? You see here. So maybe I want to dehaze it a little bit like this, and then texture. Actually, I don't really use texture. Like maybe what will happen? I think nothing much. Yeah, and then details like sharpening. Actually, doesn't really make any difference though. I guess it depends on the food lah. Sometimes you can see, but actually I don't use this. I just tell you the one that I normally use is just now the colors. I think the mix. We use this often to adjust the color of the other food. Then the lighting, more on the highlight, shadow, white, or the black. Also, you can adjust it if you want. And exposure, I don't really do exposure unless I took the harsh light. Then yes, you need to adjust the exposure a little bit. But I don't have any harsh light here. Then yeah, it's like this. Then if you now you see the version original, this is the current one, right? You see the original. Original is like this. The current one is like this. Is there any difference? Like, I think I have a bit difference, like, because I don't adjust it too extreme actually. Like, you can see more of obviously the cucumber is nicer. The kimchi maybe a little bit more red. I mean, you can go extreme more if you want, but I don't want to be so extreme. So yeah, for example, you are happy already with this, then that's it. You can just where to see it? Go here, out here, then you click. No. Here you just save to the device. Just click this, and then it will save in your camera gallery, and then you can just upload it into Instagram, something like that. If you want to edit, normally in Instagram, if you have time, you can edit again, play around with the saturation, because sometimes when you upload it, it doesn't look like in this picture, like, because it's going to be adjusted again sometime in Instagram, so you need to can play again with the color. Yeah, I think that's all for the editing part. Now, what, Q&A?
Yeah, we actually have some questions from the audience. So
Okay, sure.
Okay, give me a second. Okay, so there's quite a few interesting questions. So let me just start from the top. Okay, so the first question is from Yashi, if I'm not pronouncing it wrongly. Late afternoon light is hard light. So is there any suggestion on how to take a good lighting photo for a dinner dish?
Sorry, what is the question?
The question is there any suggestion on how to
Oh,
take a good lighting photo for a
wow.
dinner dish? Yeah.
For dinner dish, one suggestion. I mean, hazard is okay. You need to buy diffuser, really, reflector to if you want to use natural light, it still can. But I really give you advice. Don't take it after, like, don't use the artificial light at your house, like, your even using your flashlight here or your kitchen light. It will be just now my ugly grandma, remember? It will be very dark. So if you really want to take a dinner dish, can you try to make it before like 6 p.m. is possible? Otherwise, you really need to buy artificial light, like the proper one. Set up a real, the real studio. You need like a helping. You cannot, but this because the one the artificial light that you buy, right? It's really like a light. I think it's like a light. It's not the one in your kitchen. And then you need to measure. You need to turn off all the light in your house. So the light source is just coming from the one that you want to use. Because if you have your kitchen light, like your living room light, there's so many light, it will be distract the source of the light. Yeah. So normally people, in the dark room, it's really in the dark room. They close all, when you want to artificial light, you really need, even you cannot use the natural light. You need really, like curtain, close, everything is totally dark. Because you want to use this artificial light, the light that you created, you don't want any other source of light to distract it. Yeah, it's very hard actually. It's hard. It's not easy. Okay, next one.
Okay, the second question is when you take photos, do you have many tables or do you use like covering sheet? Because your photos you have like different background for.
Yeah. No. I only have one. As I mentioned, I have only one portable one where you can actually follow because portable because I need to find the light. I just want to natural light, so I need to carry over. And then the rest is backdrop. But you don't need to have a lot of backdrop. As you are a beginner, right? Just use one, like a simple white. If you don't want, you can just buy in the popular or somewhere. Just like the white color, just white. White is the best as a beginner. You don't need to be very colorful because the more colorful your backdrop, like the headache you are, you need to find what plate you need to use. You need to think what is neutral, you can use any plate you have at home, whatever color. Easier to do, easier to compose the style.
Okay, great. Okay, the third question, right, we have is, just how you mentioned about fried rice being only one color and you use garnish to make it more vibrant. So what about dish like mee goreng, for example? How will you do it?
Yeah, mee goreng. Actually, I got the photo of mee goreng. Actually, it's quite similar. Like, I think maybe can I share you my Instagram maybe? Wait. Let me show you in my Instagram. Wait. Wait, let me show you. I think I should have it here. Wait, I think this is my, oh, sorry. If you can see, I think I got like the noodle, like last time. Maybe, is it something like this? Can you see this? It's a little bit like, is it? Can you see this ramen? I mean, it's kind of noodle, right? So obviously you will need the egg, put some veggie here. You see, I don't have any. It's not that I want to eat kale. I already have kale at the time. I mean, if you can put bok choy is better. I already have kale. And then you can put some like wonton, like noodle normally. Mee goreng aja. No, sorry, I thought it's mee goreng. I think you can put keropok maybe. Cracker. Because we eat, I mean, for Indonesia, we eat mee goreng with keropok. So you can change this part, this wonton, this fried bean curd with that keropok on the side also. And then you put any garnish. The green onion actually is your best friend for fried rice and mee goreng. Always handy and it's versatile, I can say. Not rosemary, okay? No rosemary here. I love rosemary, but I don't put rosemary here. It's green onion. See, if you're Asian dish, green onion is very good. Even Japanese one. Can use anything, ramen, katsu. Just put it through soba, like noodle, like about what the bowl, don or everything. Green onion will be used because green onion is like used in Asian cuisine, like Chinese. That's why I say food stylist, I must know about know about food, what works and doesn't work. Yeah. So like something like this. Yeah. And then I think I also have like the noodle one. This one. This one is like it's not mee goreng lah. This one is bakmi ayam Indo. This is actually instant noodle. I just beautify it so it doesn't look like instant noodle. So I add more of, you see the chili padi here. Again, it's the kale. It's a kale. It's not bok choy. I don't have bok choy in my house. I only have kale. I'm sorry. And then it's the same thing as just now. It's just a different. This is Indonesian cuisine. Just now is Japanese cuisine, right? But I'm using the same. This is not wonton. This is not wonton. This is a fried bean curd roll that I have because I made the Hai Di Lao at home. I have so many of this. I just put as a garnish. I just use whatever I have at home like this. And then, yeah, this one actually is from the top. And then normally you see the ball, right? I add another dimension like a plate. So you can, normally when you want to take photo of the ball, you can add a plate at the bottom. And then the top there up is the meatball and the fish ball. It's just for to fill the space. Yeah. Okay. Next question.
And the next question asks is, okay, so what about soup? Like if all the ingredients are in the soup, how do you make the soup dish look nice?
Yeah, for the soup. Okay. I think I feel like I someone forget to tell you. You see this kind of plate? Try to use this kind of, I don't know what do you call this. For example, but not really the big deep one. Try if you can possible. I know this is not like, I mean not that deep, but if you put it down here, the soup, right? You can see everything inside easier. Rather than the deep bowls of that's why very hard to see the inside. It will be covered. So the shallow your bowl. This is like a bowl also, right? But it's not that deep. You can see all the ingredients if you put it here. I mean, just like I have this example. And then try to buy like this. If you're a beginner, right? This is actually neutral again, the color, but it's not that boring. You can see there's a texture here, right? Even as simple this you put in this bowl, it can be pretty also, right? Because of the bowl, it's quite pretty. I love this kind of, what do you call it, like black, is it? No, like like the dot here. So it's not the plain white boring, and then the color is not white. It's almost gray. This is nice for any background, trust me. Versatile. Invest this kind of thing. Yeah. I think just now I forgot. Oh, the backdrop one, right? Just now for the composition, I got example. So you can have this kind of cloth. This one is flexible. You need to buy flexible one. So you can, twist here, twist there, throw here, throw it, even throw to the table also can. And then you see what is happening. Yeah, buy this kind of thing. Like this one also. This one. I have a lot actually. I heard this is very cheap. It's like $1 only. And then in Shopee it's like $1. This one is more expensive. But I bought in Taobao. Maybe $3. But in Shopee I think $10. I don't know why. But this one is $1. Nah, the one that I said is hard one is this. This one I have few. For me personally, I don't have feeling. You ask me to start with this kind of very hard, not flexible, very hard. This one cannot really move. You can just like put it at the bottom, like that. But I use this because you see, it's nice, right? This is more on the Japanese food. So when I cook Japanese food, I will grab this automatically because you see got the Japanese style feeling. So yeah, I will use this. Then I will think about it. I will grab this. And then also I show you some of my props, like this kind of thing. It's just like a magazine, like a poster. For this time, I will use it for maybe like coffee style, maybe like home cafe thing. If I have a cake and a coffee, maybe here because it's just like when people see it, it's like calming. The mood that I want to set when you see it is like calm. And then I will try to be like use white color background for this, as simple as possible, because this one is so many things already. You don't want to have a like bright color, for example like yellow or blue, and maybe it works, but for me I will try to make it white for this. And also this one is it's a magazine like thing. So yeah, sometimes you can use book also in your props. You can just put somewhere like on the side of the on the side of your photo. You can just like show a little bit. I think I got the example of this like okay, where is that? Yeah, see, this is the one I mentioned because I want to have a home cafe feeling. You see this one better, and then put it on the side, see on the top, and then you can see the focus is still not on this one is on my bread, banana bread, and then the coffee. So the feeling that I want to show is like more on the home cafe feeling. You can feel that I'm eating the bread in the afternoon, which actually I think I really eat this in the afternoon after this photo. Yeah. And then the other one is something like this. You can put the at the bottom here, just now the magazine. Yeah, I think so. That's all. And then this kind of thing, the white color is actually the same as this one, but I put it on the side. It's just to add color like at the where you want to put it. So it's easy. This one very easy to work. Just now the hard one is very hard to. This one is hard to work on it really. But it's for the Japanese feeling Japanese feeling is this one. You see, yeah, I'm making bento. That's why I use this kind of thing at the bottom to have like more Japanese, because the one that I want to show it, I'm making Japanese feeling, and then when you see it, you can see the Japanese vibe from this photo. Yeah, so that's why I use the props also like kind of Japan. Anyway, this is all from Daiso. $2 only, so cheap. So the total, making this photo is only spent like $6, like $8 only, like for the prop. It's not that expensive to use. I think that's all.
Okay. Thank you for your answer. Yeah. So there's a few more questions actually. Okay. So QQ Kitchen, she asked, what phone do you use for taking your photos?
Oh, actually, I'm using where's my phone? Samsung. I'm using the S20, but actually iPhone better lah. If you have iPhone. But this one is quite good. Yeah. Actually, all the smartphone, even my friend using Xiaomi or Huawei, also good. I mean, the new one now, of course, iPhone 16. iPhone 16 is quite, I don't know how many years ago. I took with iPhone 6 before, but the quality of the photo is really not that good. But the current one is quite good. But you don't need to really buy expensive, because current like smartphone I think is pretty good, like I can say.
Okay. Okay. So okay, I have last two questions. It's
Okay.
from June. Yeah. So she says that she's always very impressed with your styling and presentation, right?
Oh,
And
thank you.
yeah, so she wants to actually know how you actually get your inspiration when it comes to like styling.
Yeah, that's a very good question. Yeah, I forgot to mention inspiration, right? Actually, the best way is I say is like recipe. You can go to library, grab food magazine. Food magazine is really done by professional, okay? Instagram not really professional. Like maybe us just play only one lah. The real professional one is recipe book, the one that you see in the bookstore, magazine, you don't need to buy, just borrow. You can see like how they really show you the food. And also because, or you can go Pinterest, because when you look at most of the Pinterest and Instagram, right, your photo will become like them also. So it's not fresh. So if you want something different than Instagram, sometimes we need to take inspiration in other area. For example, of course, recipe book. Yeah, recipe book, food magazine. That would be great.
Okay, the last question is about the rule of third. So, under what circumstance do you take a very close-up photo? Like, because you were mentioning that close-up normally not very nice, but are there any situations where a close-up photo will be good?
Yes. When actually you want to zoom in, like I mean, the rule of third is just the guideline only. Like it's not really you can break the rule, but just that let's say in your Instagram, maybe you just combine like yes, today you post out mix and match, then tomorrow you wanted. But it's just that don't make everything in the middle like that, zoom every day. But of course you can post like this one, two posts, maybe the first post is like this, the next one just the inari only, like the tofu, just the bento without anything. Also can, so people can see, oh, what is inside yeah. But can mix and match like don't be afraid to just follow the rule. But it's just say that for the eyes perspective is really, I mean there's the I mean there's a reason why they create this kind of rule, right? But of course it's made to be broken, so you can break it.
Yeah, so basically just being creative with how you.
Just explore. But really, like, I mean, is there's no right or wrong. Like I can see like one of the I love their cooking, and their style is really just to zoom. I mean, it's okay, but the zoom is really like okay. I mean, some people prefer that. It's fine. It's your style. Everybody have their own style, right? For me, I like to play with props, more on the compositions. That's my way. But if you just want to show off the food only without composition, also can. It's up to you. Yeah, it's your own style. Don't matter what people say. People can criticize, so ignore. As long you are happy. The most important one is lighting, I remember, but I cannot accept dark lighting. Come on. You want to zoom, can. Lighting, no. Yellow, like that, no. That one not acceptable. Composition still can. Lighting, no. I can say better don't post. You can choose. Very hard. Yeah.
Okay, so I believe that will be all the questions for today. Yeah, thank you so much for the course today, for the class. Yeah, it was really very helpful. Learned a lot. Okay, so
Thank
just sorry, you were saying something?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so just last few things. Yeah, so I'll be dropping our social media for Popozwen and for Urite as well. And if you want to try out doing your own food photography as well, we also have a challenge in the app. It's called hashtag basic food photography. Yeah, so you can put your photos in and we can give you constructive feedback. Yeah. With that, we have actually come to the end of the session. Yeah, thank you so much for attending, everyone, and hope to see you all
Thank you,
soon.
guys. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.